we do have to talk some hockey, or else I don't know. The 30 people who care are going to punch sand. Here they are on
Oh,
the phone actually.
uh,
Yeah.
oh, they're
Uh,
here. They're
so
watching
some
live.
some very
Fantastic.
fun news happened for the Red Wings.
Yes,
They
I heard about
traded
this.
for Alex Debrincat,
Yes.
and they, to be frank, kind of swindled the Ottawa Senators.
Well, there you
So
go.
the trade was announced on
Hmm.
July the 9th at around 8 o'clock
I
at
remember
night.
seeing this on Instagram,
Yeah.
actually.
So they acquired Alex DeBrincat from the Ottawa Senators in exchange for Dominic Kubalik, Donovan
Hmm.
Sabrango, and a conditional first round pick and a fourth round pick in 2024. So that conditional first round. So basically,
Yeah.
from my understanding, it is whatever the lower of our two first round picks is next year.
Okay.
Uh, and the thing is, both those picks could be out of the lottery. Like,
Mm,
so, especially if we're good, like if
yeah.
we're in the playoffs, we're not going to be in the lottery, obviously.
Sure.
And the other pick is the Boston pick. And Boston, I don't know how much. I think they're going to regress. I mean, they're going to regress because they had the best season ever last year. So
And
they kind of
then,
have to regress unless they have
yeah.
another season like that.
Sure.
And then a fourth round pick. I mean, sure, you can get good players in the NHL draft in the fourth round, but I'm not going to lose any sleep about trading a fourth round pick.
Sure.
Dominic Kubalik is probably the only name that is of note. Let me
Hmm.
pull up Kubalik's numbers. He was pretty good last year. 20 goals, 25 assists for 45 points. He was a
Eh,
decent player.
yeah, that's not
Uh,
bad.
no, not terrible, but a lot of his goals were like he's not like,
Tap-ins
yeah,
or
like tip-ins or like power play. Like, not that
okay.
those goals don't. I don't want to pretend that those goals aren't important. They are important, but
But in the grand
he's
scheme of
also
things.
27 years old,
Mm,
and he was on an expiring contract. We only signed him for 2 years, so we were not
okay.
going to continue to pay him.
Yep.
Probably, like he didn't play unless he scored like 50 goals
Oh,
that year.
well,
We weren't going to keep him.
yeah.
And again, 45 points is nothing special. He wasn't really a facilitator for other
Just kind of, yeah,
players.
meh.
He's a decent player. He's a veteran of the league. He's been playing for, you know, I guess at this point it'll be his fifth year,
Okay.
and he
You get to
wasn't all
break it out of it.
rookie. Yeah, like I mean, he's not. Yeah, we get Alex Debrincat, who
Yeah.
immediately is our second best player. Alex
Yeah.
Debrincat, and this was on an off year for him. This was a not great year for him. He scored 27 goals, had 39 assists for 66 points. That would make him our second best player ahead of
Hmm.
David Perron, who is right now in an expiring contract.
Mm.
And also he's like 100 years old.
Oh, well,
Um, so he's probably not going to be that good next year, or
yes.
at least not nearly as good as he was last year.
Yeah.
But he is only one season removed from scoring 40 goals, 41
Mm,
to be exact.
there you
Uh,
go.
and he did not. It was very clear he did not want to be in Ottawa. He's
Hmm.
made it clear in the media. Didn't want to be in Ottawa. His family situation was not good in Ottawa.
Okay.
Didn't like it. Didn't like it
Yeah.
in Ottawa. Don't
And
blame him.
now,
Canada sucks. Now he is back home. He's from Farmington Hills, Michigan. I know
is
where
he?
that is.
Well,
Like he's from the Metro Detroit area. He grew up rooting for the Red Wings. This is a perfect fit. I think he's
hmm.
going to be a really good player. I think similar to the effect that Matthew Tkachuk had on the Florida
Mm,
Panthers, I
hmm.
think he could have on the Red Wings. Because
Okay.
right now, the Red Wings, they have a super young team.
Yep.
They have a lot of young players coming up in Simon Edvidson, in Marco Casper, in Carter Mazur. We have a guy in our system named Redmond Savage. I need this guy to be good because if
That'd
we can
be
have a
awesome.
player on the Red Wings nicknamed Red Savage,
Yeah,
that is just the coolest thing ever. Come on.
it really is.
And on top of the fact, we do have Dylan Larkin, who is not like an amazing player, but he's like a
Hmm.
top 50 player. Like
Okay.
he's
Yeah,
a good player. And I think DeBrincat is only going to make a player like Larkin look better. And
that's
I think
good.
he's also only going to make players like Lucas Raymond look better.
Yeah.
And he might even hell, David Perron might look fine. Or Michael
Who knows?
Rasmussen. Like we're
Maybe
going.
he'll get some years off.
Yeah, and then we also that's true. Maybe
Yeah.
he'll turn 25 again when he was
Exactly.
winning Stanley Cups with the St. Louis Blues.
Yes.
Uh and like this is a playoff team at this point. And I'm not afraid to say that.
Okay.
I think Yzerman obviously the general manager. I think
Mhm.
he's maneuvered that to be the position. And I think the thing is, he was getting on some people's nerves because he was in his interviews. Steve Yzerman is like the least emotional person I think ever to exist.
Very
He
nice.
does not like
Red Wings
they
legend,
asked him
but-
about like the playoffs and he was just like, I don't really feel any pressure to make the playoffs or anything. Like I think right now we're just sort of collecting assets. We're just,
We're good.
building things
Don't worry about
slowly,
it.
doing things the right way. And
Yeah.
then bam, he just managed to get
Well-
Alex Debrincat for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah,
Like-
honestly, his reaction should have just been like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." When
Yeah,
asked
no,
about
honestly, that was
stuff.
sort of the situation. It was like, because people were like, what are we doing? Why are we just doing all these depth signings? Why aren't we
Don't
making
worry
a
about
big
it.
move? And
You'll see.
then, like, we didn't have to give up our draft picks. We didn't have to give up
Mhm.
we didn't have to give up any of our top prospects. We had to give up a player on an expiring contract, a prospect I don't even know, and some
A
a
couple of
conditional
picks.
first and a 4th round pick.
Who
Like,
cares?
nothing. It
Yeah.
was an absolute masterclass by Iceman. Absolute
Yep.
masterclass. Very excited for Alex Debrincat. I think he is going to be a top of the line scorer in the league. I think he could score upwards of 35 goals next year, if not 40 goals.
Well, there you go.
So very excited for that.
Yep.
And it makes me even more excited for hockey season. Come
Yes.
on. It's going to be so because we got the Lions
be
and
better.
we got the Red Wings. We're going to have 2 good teams playing at the same time. Do you remember the last time that happened to Detroit?
What about the Pistons? Oh,
He's been waiting for a while. New Orleans has been waiting for a while.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Stephen A.
yeah. Thank you, Steve.